Here's an example of an initial behaviour change appointment. We've highlighted some of the instances when the healthcare professional uses these communication skills to engage the patient. As you watch the video, make a note of any phrases you'd like to try using with your patients.
Hi Matt, nice to meet you. My name's Orla, I'm one of the healthcare assistants here at the practice. So we're here today for one of our intensive health support appointments.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the aim of those appointments is to support you with managing your health a little bit better day to day. So I guess I'd like to start by asking you if there's been anything in particular on your mind about your health.
Well, I spoke to the nurse recently, and we talked about getting fitter and exercising more. And I got lots of information about it. I mean, I know the benefits of exercising, but it doesn't mean it's easier to find the time to do it.
Okay, so exercise has been on your mind. Is there anything else you'd like to cover today?
No. I've been working on my diet a bit, and I've actually lost a couple of pounds recently.
Oh, great! Well done.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're already working quite hard on your health, and you'd like to start working more on the exercise as well. It's something that is important for you, but you've been struggling to find the time.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do about the exercise.
Actually, a lot of patients struggle with finding the time to exercise, so you're not alone with that.
Right.
We'll definitely talk about some ideas that might help with that. And I also need to go through the results of your health check. Is that okay if we do that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it's all right, we'll go through that first. So the main things with your health check was that your blood pressure was still quite high. What do you know about blood pressure?
Yeah. Well, I know it's bad for your heart. I spoke to the nurse about it, and I've got daily medication for it, which I take. Watching my diet, which I've talked about. And I'm measuring my blood pressure at home, keep an eye on it. But yeah, it's do the exercise and that bit.
Well, actually, I'll just show you this chart that we use for these appointments, which looks at all the different goals you might have. And actually, working on lowering your blood pressure, as you can see here, it's one of the things that can have the biggest impact on your health. So I think it's really important that we focus on that, as you've already said. And if you have a closer look, the things that can help with your blood pressure are things like your diet, which, as you said, you're already working really well on, your medication, which you're taking regularly, and monitoring your blood pressure at home. So that's great. I think the only other thing, which you've already picked up, is the exercise, and that's important to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's focus on the exercise then. Is there anything in particular that's motivating you with the exercise?
Yeah, well, like I said, it'll be good for my blood pressure and that'll be good for my heart, right?
Yes, sorry, you did explain. You've got quite a good understanding of why the exercise is important for you. I guess I'm trying to understand a bit more about why it's important to you. Are there any other benefits that you might get from being a bit more active in your day-to-day life?
Oh, I see, right, yeah. I don't know. I suppose if I was fitter, it'd be easier to get around a bit. I've got a nephew. He's crazy about football. He's always on at me. I'll take him down the park for a kickabout. I still love football, but it would be nice to do. I would like to do it, really. It'd help my sister out as well, 'cause she's a single mum. Take her off his hands for a bit, So, yeah, I would like to do that.
Well, it sounds like exercising is actually quite important to you then.
Yeah, I suppose it is really. Yeah, I thought about it.
Like you said, finding the time to struggle. And
Yeah.
have you had any thoughts about how to get around that?
Yeah, it is. It's just do it, and I'm doing a bit of volunteering now, so I'm even busier than I was before. So, yeah.
What are you doing with the volunteering?
Oh, it's the local library. Just putting the books back, helping people find stuff. But it's not particularly physical. So I'd have to try and fit in some exercise around my new routine, but felt like my sister, was speaking to her about this, and what she does, she takes the bus to work as well. She, on the way home, she gets off the bus earlier and she walks the rest of the way. A bit of exercise, but I'm just really tired after a day at the library. I don't know if I'd want to walk. I suppose I could get off the bus on the way to the library, got more energy then, walk the rest of the way then. I could do that, I suppose. I suppose I could do that.
Okay. And is that more walking than you do at the moment, would you say?
Well, yeah. I walk to the corner shop and back most days, but, that's it really.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, not doing much.
And is walking something you enjoy doing?
Yeah, I mean, I put my headphones on, listen to my music. Yeah. Do you think that make much difference though?
Well, you've said it's already more than you're doing already, so that is progress. And it's always good to choose an exercise that you enjoy. We're more likely to do it that way if we enjoy it. And we can always build it up step by step so that you eventually get to the point where you want to be, where you're taking your nephew to the park.
Yeah.
So just to confirm the plan, then you're going to get off the bus early on your way to the library and walk the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Will you do that every day or just some days?
Well, I do 3 days a week, so I do it every day, I suppose.
Okay.
If that's easy, I can always do some extras on my day off. Whatever.
And if you do a bit of walking and you find it's too much, what would you do then?
Yeah, well, like I said, just pull back, reduce it, and I just do it a couple of days a week, 1 day a week, whatever, just try it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds sensible. So you're making sure you listen to your body. It's important to do that when you're trying something new.
Right.
And can you think of anything else that might get in the way of the walking?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and your mental health, that's stable at the moment, is it?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
And what about your knee? I see you've been seeing a physio for your knee. Is that going to get in the way of the walking?
No, physio's been great actually. Bit of pain climbing stairs, but walking's fine.
Okay, good. Well, it sounds like you're quite confident in the plan then.
Yeah, I suppose it's hard to imagine sticking to it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of picture getting to where you want to be when you're first starting out, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
If it's helpful, I can give you some information and advice that other patients have found helpful.
Right.
Well, for one, we have these peer coaches. They're people who have experience of managing their own physical and mental health conditions, and they've been specially trained to support other patients with this type of thing. If it's something you're interested in, I could put you in touch with one of them. What do you think?
I don't know. Can I think about it?
Yeah, of course. Another thing is the My Health plans that we have for these appointments. So that's somewhere that you can write your plan down. You can even record your progress, and that can help you kind of keep in mind where you're going with things. Would you be interested in one of those?
Yeah, all right, yeah.
And one last thing, we do have these information booklets about the appointments. Can I give you one of these to have a look at? Read through?
No, the nurse gave me one of those actually.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Okay, great. Well, why don't we leave it there for today? Shall we plan a follow-up to see how you're getting on?
Yeah.
When suits you.
I suppose I should give it a couple of weeks, see how it goes.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's just hard to find the time to make these appointments though.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
What about if we book something for 2 weeks, but we do it on the phone, so that way you don't have to come in?
Oh yeah, that'd be good, that'd be great.
Any particular day or time?
You do sort of late in the day, Monday, maybe?
What about the 20th, 4:30?
Yeah, great, yeah.
Great, that's all booked.
Good. So can you send me a reminder?
Yeah. We'll send a text reminder normally about 24 hours before.
Okay.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how it all goes. All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, take a few minutes to think about what you've learned from this video. Which skills do you feel most confident and least confident in using? Which of these skills would you like to get better at? Set yourself a goal and make an action plan to help you achieve it.